Well, I thought in the game, I just didn't think our defense was good enough, just to kind of get to what's important. I thought we just didn't defend well. I thought Staskis and Kersler were pretty good, kind of got to the ball where they wanted to. That Derek Walton was pretty good in the second half. Some of the guys that didn't play in the first half, we talked about being patient and not taking a quick perimeter shot, especially being on the road versus a really good team. And making them be on defense a little bit more. We had a couple guys take early shots. After we really emphasized it in practice about what we needed to do with that. And so we played some other guys. I thought we had a pretty good effort. I didn't think we were very efficient. In that first half, we were able to turn them over and then not convert. We had a lot of layups in that first half, especially in that one stretch. It seemed like we had about 3 where we just didn't convert on layups, and Michigan was able to protect their basket when we really, had an advantage with it. And I thought the end of the first half, when our guy has a lane violation and we keep him in the game to protect the basket, and then, Walton goes, and scores a layup at the end of the first half. I thought that was a key part for us. Instead of being down 4, we're down 8 in the game, then we don't have a good start to the second half.
I know you guys have been close to unbeatable when you win the rebounding and turnover battles. Is the shooting disparity just too much to overcome tonight?
I think the shooting and also our breakdowns on defense. I thought we had too many breakdowns defensively. It left them wide open shots. With that being said, they're a very good passing team, especially Stauskas. You rarely ever see a guy that scores the ball like that. His ability to pass, especially at that position. He's a very tough matchup and a player. But anytime you have your best player passing the ball like that, it's contagious. It really helps everything else.
Matt, just going back to the last 4.8 seconds of the first half, are you more upset about the lane violation or more upset about them going hand-to-hand off the dead ball?
Well, it's, you can rank a lot of things, but you just have to have body balance, have a little bit of discipline. And he obviously didn't do that. And we tried to bring him back even further and just square up the basketball. It's something that happens to him, 20 to 30 times a game where people attack him. You hold your ground as a 7-footer and you don't allow an angle. He allows an angle and doesn't hold his ground. And then Walton gets the angle and scores the ball. So.
Coach, you did turn them over more than they generally do. I mean, what was behind that? And it sounded like you're disappointed that you couldn't convert more.
Right, yeah, and that's, we did some good things in that stretch, especially in the first half. We played some quickness. We played a little bit smaller. Really not because we planned to do that, but we had a couple guys take a couple quick shots. And so trying to get a message across of how we need to play to win with this group. We need to be more patient. And we were able to get some steals. And so we were able to get into them. I think it got a couple non-ball handlers for them in terms of the open court. Everybody handles the ball for them in the half court, but sometimes in the open court, some guys don't feel as comfortable pressuring, and we were able to get into them a little bit and get some steals.
Didn't play Simpson tonight. Any particular reason?
He's got to learn to just carry out what he's supposed to do on a daily basis. He does that, and we'll play him.
Matt, when you look at the conference standings, just that log jam right there, obviously Michigan State at the top. Yeah. What do you guys have to do to kind of emerge out of that middle, separate yourselves from the rest?
Yeah, be able to convert. Tonight I thought we had some good opportunities. I thought we had some open shots. We go 2 for 14 from 3, or 8 for 15 from the free throw line, and then just the breakdowns on defense. You run good offense and you miss shots. You don't look at it as good offense, but you're getting some good quality shots, and you got to be able to step up and knock those down, and then just be better on the defensive end. And in this league, the ball's not going to always go in. You got to be able to grind it out and get stops, and we haven't been able to do that the last couple games.
Talk about Karis LeVert a little bit. He was kind of a role player for them last year, but now he's turned into the Swiss Army knife and do-it-all guy for them.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's very versatile. He understands angles. He can score the basketball. But he's a guy that's, I know his high school coach pretty well. He's just worked. And he wasn't a player earlier in his high school career. And those are some of the best guys you can have in college, because they don't have a wall. They appreciate things. They've had to work for everything. He obviously won a state title in high school, and then he didn't get a lot of time last year. And, he had some physical issues, and he's really worked to get work on his body. But he's a guy that puts a lot of time into his game, and you can tell. He's got a mid-range game. He can shoot threes. He can drive it. So when you put him off those other guys, it's a pretty good situation for him, because everybody's going to think about Staskis and then Glenn Robinson. It's the first 2 things you think about. Your point guard always goes your point guard. So your worst defender goes on him. And then I think he enjoys that.